my God. That is awesome. Hi everybody, PJ here, and today we're at a company called Audi TTS Dyno Tuning, and this is my mate here on the floor, look. Can you see him? Will. And we're going to tune my bog standard Audi TTS Mk3. Now at the moment it should be putting out about 306 brake horse, Will? Yep. So there you go. It's putting about 306 brake horse out at the moment, and it's setting it up on the machinery. So what he's got to do is got to connect the front wheels to this equipment here. Now what's this called, Will?
A dynamometer, dynapack system.
A dynamometer?
Dynamometer.
A dynamometer, and it's made in New Zealand. And I think it costs a bob or two, didn't it, mate?
Oh, they're not cheap, right?
Yeah, he's not going to tell me how much it was, because they're not cheap. But what he's got to do, because his car's four-wheel drive, he's got to disconnect the drive from the rear wheels so that this equipment works, and he's going to run it, and the results are going to be on this screen here, which we'll see in a bit. And then he's going to remap both the engine and the gearbox, and then we'll be able to have a look at the difference afterwards. So let's I'll let him get on with it, and I'll keep out of the way, and when it's all set to run, I'll show you what he's done. I was going to say what we've done. I've not done any of it, but Will's taken the wheels off on both sides on the front, and he's going to connect it to here on this machine with this big lump of metal, and then the wheels are going to connect into here and give us all the readings that we want. That's correct, isn't it, Will? Yeah. Yep. See, I do know something. I might not know a lot, but I do know that. Attachment then, Will.
So this is the hub adapter for Dynapack system. So this is what we're going to use to attach it to the car. And essentially, once this has been bolted on and squared away with the car, the whole weight of the car goes through this heavy duty bearing.
That's mounted
goes in
there.
This unit.
Yeah.
And then this is used as part of the dynamo. That's the connection interface with an internal spline drive. Then that essentially is what we're using to measure the power on the car.
Right. And that's a lot better than a rolling road where it's got rollers underneath the wheels and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's more accurate for sure. It's essentially you turn in a hydraulic pump, then there's no slippage, no tyre wear.
It's more direct, isn't it?
Exactly, and it solves a lot of those tractional problems that you get and interface problems compared. Definitely better in my opinion.
Yeah. Now Will's really experienced at all this, because when I first got here he was just finishing tuning a race car, and that's what you specialise in as much as out, isn't it?
That's it. Extreme cars, race cars, drag cars, road cars. Yeah. Business to business, direct customer jobs, everything.
Yeah, it does Ferraris and all sorts of things, don't you?
Exactly.
So if you want your car tuning, you come and see Will, and I'll put his details under the video, and then if you want it doing, this is the man to come and see. Right, so this is what it looks like when the wheel hub's connected to this machinery here. Look, there you go, all connected up, ready to go. And we're putting a big fan in front, because the engine's going to be doing quite a few revs, and that just helps keep everything nice and cool. Right, so we've now got to put these big exhaust things over the exhaust pipe, which is going to extract all the fumes, so Will and myself don't die of carbon monoxide poisoning. And it stops the smell as well, doesn't it, mate?
Exactly. That's right.
That's one. And then because we've got two lots of exhaust on here, And I'll line this up with the other one, like that. Right, are we more or less ready to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. So one last thing now, Will's going to, well, two last things. He's going to wash his hands because he's got greasy hands. And then he's going to plug a data cable into the OBD port, which is down there under the dash. And then that will give us a readout on that screen there. So while you're connecting all that up, Will, would you advise if anybody's having their engine remapped, have the gearbox remapped as well?
On these with ESG, you need more clamping load on the internal clutches. And
right.
What that means is if you up the power without upping the clamping load on the internal clutches as the absolute minimum, then it just ends up wearing the internal clutches out faster.
So it burns the clutch out quicker.
Correct. In the DSGs.
So you would advise people to have it done then?
Yeah, for the gearbox map, definitely.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to get a reading now, are we, while the engine's stood?
Well, first we're going to put it into dyno mode, and after that we'll run it up and get this reading.
Okay.
First we're telling the ABS system that we're in a diagnostic mode to go on a roller test.
Is anything going to come up on the big screen while you're doing this?
Nah, nothing too exciting, to be fair.
Now I did come up the other day and Will did run a basic diagnostic test on it to make sure everything was okay. And now we're going to do another one. Yeah?
Well, we're going to just put it into the actual dyno mode now.
Right, okay. That's too complicated for me, mate.
Just remembering where all menu options are between all different cars is the hardest thing.
So is this kind of equipment expensive? I think you did tell me the other day, didn't you?
Yeah, they're quite expensive to buy, good like high-end diagnostic scanners, because you can essentially do all the coding on the newest vehicles and all regular updates you get, whether you need to get a FRF factory file for one of these through the tool, etc. For the calibration area, there's all sorts you can do with them, and also like I say, variant coding and general diagnostics.
And then it costs you so much a year to keep your license.
Yeah, Autel's about the best you can get, I'd say, in the aftermarket. You can get basic things and other tools out there, but
this is the best.
I believe they are at the minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Honestly, this is like mundane, but so we've just put it into dyno mode ready so that the engine computer is expecting it to be in a dyno mode, that the rear wheels are not going to turn, and then we've got to do the same for two other modules, which is the ABS module and also the gearbox module. There we go. So this is the transmission module telling it it's in dyno mode. Set OK, and then the ABS. So the computer's not wondering why the front wheels are doing a massive burnout, essentially.
And the back wheels aren't moving. And that's it. Are we all ready to go?
Just about. Just going to wait for the engine to run now for it to let me do that. You turn the extraction on.
So we're going to get a bit of noise. That's the screen all set up. Plugging the diagnostics back in. So what we're going to do now is, Will's written the the program for the car and the gear, or for the engine and the gearbox, and it's going to start uploading it now, and it's going to take what, 10 minutes?
Maybe something like that, yeah?
Yeah, something like 10 minutes. And then we're going to run the engine again, and we'll be able to see what kind of increase we've got. And then I'm going to take it on the road and scare myself to death. Right, so we've uploaded the new software. And we're going to see what happens when we run it. So we're just warming the engine up now, and then we're going to give it another blast. That's the cooling fan on the front.
Cool down a minute and then we'll do another run.
You what, mate?
So we'll let it cool a minute, let the air temp come back down, then we'll do another run. I'll just run it light load while I cool it down. Just air temp going up quite fast.
So now we've got to start putting all the car back together again, which means removing these exhaust extractors, putting the wheels back on, because it goes better with wheels on, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. And then we're going to have a look at this graph that Wool's done on his screen, and then that's it, we're off. That's the first time I've seen that back spoiler coming up though.
We're going fast enough for it, that's why.
Yeah. Or is it 70 when it comes
I'm
up?
not sure,
like
yeah.
that?
60 or 70, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when coppers can tell if you're speeding or not, when it comes up at 70. Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, let's get it all back together, shall we?
So yellow's torque, blue's horsepower.
So that's torque,
Dotted lines.
That's horsepower.
Correct.
That's current and that's previous.
Previous, that's right.
So we've gone from 300 and about, what was it, 307?
307 up to 363 at the minute on this
363.
one.
So we've got another 54 brake horse.
And then the main thing, what we're going to struggle with really, is at the end of the run, our temperatures are getting up to about 45, 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And that's the real thing that hinders performance. The cooler you can keep the air, the more power you'll make.
So that's why I need a new
intercooler.
then.
Upgrading the intercooler will massively help the performance, maintain it.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's made a massive improvement then, hasn't it?
Yeah, massive gains. I mean, when you drive it, you'll see the difference in feel.
Yeah, especially with the torque. I mean, the torque's gone from what? What's maximum?
420, 425.
Yeah.
To like 100 Newton meter gain. Yeah.
Yeah. And then gearbox has been done as well to handle that extra power, hasn't it?
That's right. And that lets you have that extra power without putting any real extra wear on the gearbox.
Excellent. Oh, I can't wait to try it now.
Gonna feel good.
Yep. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we've had it remapped, is we're going to try launch mode. So what I need to do is start the engine, take traction control off, make sure it's in dynamic or sports mode. It's in dynamic at the moment. Put my foot on the brake, press it hard, rev the engine until you can feel it want to go, and then just take your foot off the brake. I've not done this before, so we'll see how it goes, shall we? So let's get the engine started. Just wait for these vehicles to go. Oh, everybody's coming now. Marvellous, isn't it? Alright, let them go out of the way because I'll be up their arse before you know it. Right, so, are you ready? Wow! Oh my God! That is awesome. Alright, let them go out of the way because I'll be up their arse before you know it. Right, so, are you ready? Wow! Oh my God! That is awesome. Put my traction control back on. Oh! Right, I've got a draggy unit in the car. If you don't know what draggy is, I'll leave a link below, and you can have a look what draggy is. And I'm gonna get an official 0 to 60 and see how it goes. But boy, that was exhilarating. Right, so start the engine. Turn off traction control. There we go. Left foot on the brake, and we're just going to wait while the road's clear. Let everybody get out of the way. So accelerate down, foot off brake, go. Woohoo! Traction control back on. Now I've got a fuel light on, so I better go put some juice in. And then we'll check the draggy unit when we put some juice in. Okay, so since it's had a remap, what's the car like to drive? How much difference is there from before the remap? Well, before the remap, it felt like an Audi TT. It was quick, it was responsive. You put your foot down and it went, and I mean it went. It didn't hang about at all. The gear changes were quick. The acceleration was excellent. It was absolutely a really, really nice car to drive. What's it like now it's had the remap? Well, there you go. We don't need the pops and the bangs like the Volkswagen in front. It just goes. And when I say it goes, compared to before the remap, the kick down is like that, and the acceleration just absolutely pins you back in the seat. Was it worth doing? Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely fantastic. Would I do it again? Yeah, definitely, any day of the week. I don't know where I've gone on my camera. I think I'm still there. But yeah, it's been worth every penny. Now, whether I'm going to get any more smiles to the gallon out of it now it's been done, I don't know. But yeah, it's night and day. It's night and day. It's gone from a really, really nice car to something that's out of this world. Anyway, if you want a remap, go and see Will. He's the man, and he will definitely sort you out. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody, see you soon.